Alright, it is Friday night, which means it's a line dancing night. I'm going to Mill Country down in Grand Valley, Missouri, which is right by Kansas City. And since I've had a ton of requests for a makeup tutorial video, I figured I would go ahead and just film like a get ready with me while I'm getting ready to go dancing. So I took a shower like almost an hour ago, and I always take a shower before I go dancing. That way I can like wash my face in the shower because I like to wash my face before I put on makeup. I use different things for primer, but lately I've been using this Mud Masky cream. It's actually supposed to help reduce eye circles, but it works really well for face primer, so that's what I've been currently using. I got it in like a BoxyCharm or something a long time ago, and I just never used it, so now I'm using it as primer. Alright, so first I'm just going to take this and rub it all over my face. The next thing I do is I'm going to use the Wet n Wild foundation in the shade Soft Ivory, because I am very pale, as a concealer. I actually saw this like concealer hack from another TikToker, Michaela, if you guys follow her, and it works wonders. So I just took a little bit of the foundation on my brush, and I took the beauty filter off so maybe you can see a little bit more, but I just have a little bit of acne just on this side of my face really, and then randomly one up here. So all I'm gonna do is take this and lightly put a coat over the major. Silly right now, but like it's a trust the process moment. And next I'm gonna take, which I stole from my mom a long time ago. It is Ink Lasting Slim Fit. I don't know what shade it is because it doesn't say. Probably was on the lid that I lost. I'm gonna take a little bit of it, dab some of that off, and then I'm gonna put a thin coat on my eyelids to prime them for my eyeshadow. And also when I do my eyelids, I go ahead and put it on my forehead because my forehead doesn't really have acne. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the foundation on this top of my head while the rest of this is drying. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and move into some eyeshadow. So tonight I'm wearing this shirt, and I'm wearing silver like disco-y pants, which I'll show y'all in a different video. So I always like my eyeshadow to complement my outfit. So I'm gonna start with some black, and I'm gonna do black on the outer corners and then silver on the inner corner. So I'm gonna take a little bit of black from this Morphe palette. One of my cheerleaders got me to for like our parents' night or whatever, and they give their cheer coaches presents. So I'm gonna go ahead and I do circular motions with my beautiful Oscar the Grouch brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm just gonna do circular motions right here in the corner to make it super deep like that. And then after I get this corner nice and deep like this, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like fan it a little bit more closer to the front. So it's kind of like the smoky eye look a little bit, but not exactly. Okay, I think I've gotten them both pretty even. And since I want it to look a little more black, I'm going to dab a little bit more and just like dab the outer corner of my eye. Depending on your eye shape also depends on the shape of like your eyeshadow, if that makes sense. I always do like rounder instead of like pointed, but I think it just looks better with my eye shape. Guys didn't notice earlier, I was using the Snoopy Wet n Wild brush. That's actually for eyeshadow for my concealer. All my brushes I use are from Wet n Wild. I always get like their cartoon brushes, so this is the Care Bear one. And I'm gonna take this, and I found this pretty old makeup palette from my mom. It is Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna use like this silver looking one, I think right here. No, I think that one's too dark. I'm gonna use the little bit lighter one, because I want to do a little bit of a silvery look. So I'm going to start from the inner corner and do little motions like this. Okay, that didn't get much on it. Try a little bit heavier. So there we go, that's working better. And I'm just going to kind of like dab it around my eye like that, and then repeat on this eye. This is what we have so far. And then I found another old eyeshadow palette that LA Colors. I'm gonna use the white for the inner corner like highlighter. So I think I'm just gonna use the end of my fun sparkly Care Bear brush and just dip it in there a little bit and just like that. And it's like perfect. And do a little bit of a circular motion like that. And my makeup process is a long time, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take a little bit more black shadow and like fix my eyeshadow to blend it just a little bit better and create more depth and dimension. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one more layer on top. Okay, and this is what the eyeshadow looks so far. And next I go ahead and I do my eyeliner. I normally use an eyeliner pen, but mine just ran out, so I'm gonna use my mom's LA Colored liquid liner. Pray for me. I always do a tiny bit of a wing first. Not super dramatic, but I'm gonna attempt this. Like that. And then I'll color it in. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It took me forever to learn how to do winged eyeliner, fun fact. And then I'll fill in the rest of it like that. And that's the eyeliner. I'm going to attempt to do this eye and try to make it match the best I can. Eyeliner done. The eyeliner on this side's a little wonky, but once you put the lashes on, you won't notice it as much. Okay, so the fake lashes I'm using, I've actually worn one time already. I can usually get a few good wears out of them, but they're like the Wish, or I think that was the name of the brand. It was from Dollar Tree, but I don't have the like box it came in anymore. But here it is, and I'm using this ADA Super Adhesive Lash Glue I bought in bulk on Amazon, and I'm gonna go ahead and put tons of glue on this thing. As you can see, I just smothered it in glue, and I'm gonna set it to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same to the next one, because what I like to do is, I actually learned this from, I think it was Laura Lee, who does makeup tutorials on YouTube, that if you let it sit and get like tacky and then try to put it on, it works so much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I just put a ton of glue on it, maybe more than I actually need, but it works this way. So, and especially on the corners. And then while this is sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara and curl my lashes too, so this has time to get tacky. Oop. I take my Wet n Wild Cookie Monster lash curler and I'm gonna curl my lashes. If you guys notice, I don't have much for eyelashes. They're really straight. They don't like to curl upward or stay upwards, and they're also pretty small. Next, I'm gonna take this XL Pro Maybelline Lash Extension stuff, and I'm gonna use the primer on the top lashes. It does help a little bit, I would say. Maybe not as well as it should, but it's also a little old, and I probably need more because I think it's running out. Next, I'm gonna use the LA Colors HD Waterproof Mascara. This is my favorite mascara to use because it's waterproof. It doesn't get your lashes super long, but when you wear false lashes, they don't need to look super long. They just need to look like they're curling up with your lashes, because you don't want your eyelashes sticking out straight while your fake ones are pointing up to Jesus. So I'm running out of time because I talk too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and these are still a little wet, so I'm gonna dab on it and blue on it, and then I'm gonna try to stick it on real quick. So the trick is to try to start with the corner of your eye and go down and press down on it. And then you gotta hold your eye closed for a second and let it like fully dry on the eyelash, like that. That's the first time I go ahead and do the second eye really quick. Lashes are glued on the place, so we're gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the makeup. I use that same eyeshadow from earlier that I used on, oh, that was too much, on my eyelids, and do the rest of my face like this. Next, I'm gonna use my Cookie Monster makeup brush, and I'm gonna use the shade, the darkest shade of this LA Shape Colors palette. So most of my makeup brands are Maybelline, LA Colors, and Wet n Wild. I might take it right here above my cheekbone a little bit. Just because they're cheap and they're Walmart brand, and they're also good quality for being super cheap makeup brands. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg for good makeup. Take a tiny bit on my giant forehead I have. Take a tiny bit on my jawline. My non-existent jawline because I have a round face. Can't do blush because I am allergic to pretty much every type of blush I've ever tried. Then I'm gonna use the setting powder. I'm gonna use the shade that's not as yellowy as that one, same palette. Put it under my eyes, and then I'll put it right here on my forehead, a tiny bit on my nose, and then right under here by my cheekbones and my chin to set the makeup. While that's sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to, whoa, I just flooded mascara everywhere. To my bottom lashes, use my fun big bird brush to blend this in. Best lipstick ever, Maybelline matte lipstick, red. I swear applying lipstick when you have tiny lips is a nightmare. I kind of have lips now. Last thing, the Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray.